Dating is not supposed to be the main event of your 20s. It's a side quest. And if you build your identity around attention, validation, or romance, you're gonna wake up at 30 feeling confused. This episode isn't about being perfect. It's about becoming stable, trustworthy, useful to yourself, and eventually to someone else. Let's get started. Before we move on with this video, please give me a thumbs up. And if you're new to this channel, please hit subscribe. Please recognize that your life structure comes before your love life. Here's the truth that a lot of young men don't like to hear. If your life is chaotic, dating won't fix it. If you don't know where you're going, you'll drag someone into confusion with you. Before worrying about getting a girl, get your routine, get your responsibility and your priorities in order. When it comes to money, money management is part of maturity. You don't need to be rich, but you do need to have responsibility. That means you need to practice budgeting, paying bills on time, avoiding reckless debt, planning ahead. Financial chaos doesn't look adventurous to a future wife. It looks stressful. And money isn't about status, it's about reliability. We all know damn well these girls gonna look for us to pay for the bill. We know damn well these girls gonna look for us to take them on the trips or whatever. Come on. So get your money in line. I'm not telling you to have all the money in the world. I'm not telling you to be Bill Gates, but I'm telling you to be responsible with your money. Start an investment account. Track week by week how much money you're spending, how much money you're saving. You got to start operating your life now how you want it to operate while you in your 30s, while you in your 40s, while you in your 50s. You got to practice now. Discipline is sexier than confidence. Confidence is loud. Yeah, you need confidence for sure, but discipline is consistent. Women notice if you show up when you say you will, if you follow through, if your habits match your words. Because guess what? Anybody can talk, but only a few can sustain. Discipline builds trust, and trust builds long-term attraction. You know what else? You need to learn emotional regulation now, not later. This is big. Being a man doesn't mean being emotionless. It means being responsible with your emotions. That's going to include not exploding in conflict, not shutting down when things get too difficult in conversation, communicating without attacking your partner. And also a very, very, very big thing is to take accountability. Conversations never feel safe to a woman when you have a big ego. So if you want her to be responsive to what you're saying, if you want her to have an open ear to what you're saying, you got to drop your ego every single time. Your future wife doesn't need perfection. She needs someone who doesn't make emotions feel unsafe. Practice integrity when no one is watching. Integrity isn't about grand gesture. It's about telling the truth even when it costs you. Ending things cleanly instead of ghosting. Not leading people on just for convenience. Keeping your word. Don't be afraid to be honest. I'm not someone to tell somebody to care about their reputation, but you need to recognize what you do now matters for your future. How you date is practice for how you will lead your family. Character doesn't just switch on later. If you don't got it now, bruh, how you expect to have it in the future? Let's be real. You need to date with intention and not consumption. Women are not experiences, and dating is not entertainment. You don't have time for that. You already really don't got time for dating because you're building your empire. And look, this might sound cliche, but if you wouldn't want someone dating your future daughter in that way, then don't date someone else in that way. Respect now becomes trust later. What do I mean by that? If you're performing how you're supposed to perform now, you're going to trust it in the future when it's your daughter's turn. When your daughter gets into the dating world, you're gonna pull your bias from how you used to act. So if you are acting in a way that is genuine, that is upright, you will be saving yourself a headache 20 years from now. Here's another thing that is very important. You need to build skills that make life easier for a partner. You need to learn how to cook, clean, manage time. These aren't basic skills. They're high value life skills. A good partner doesn't add chaos. They reduce it. Could you just imagine if you were a man that could cook for themselves or kept a place clean? Like, imagine if you were able to take task off a checklist that you expect your wife to check off. Could you imagine now what she will be offering you then if she don't really got those things to do? If you're not useful, you're useless. Another thing to consider, you need to keep men around who are building and not just coasting through life. Men who avoid responsibility, who are always complaining and whatnot, reposting certain emotions and all this chaos and stuff that's going around in the world, acting as if, growth doesn't really matter. matter or not, they minimize that. You hang around those type of people, that's gonna normalize stagnation. That's gonna keep you stagnant. That's gonna keep you in the same place, and that's company that you do not need to be around. Choose friends that are disciplined. They take accountability. They want families, not just freedom. The men you run with today are rehearsing the man you'll become tomorrow. Ask yourself these questions. Am I becoming someone I trust with my future kids? Would I want my daughter dating me? Does my life direction make sense? These questions don't pressure you, and they honestly shouldn't pressure you. They anchor you. Look, you don't need to rush into marriage, and you don't need to have everything figured out. I know right now it might seem as if you just have all this pressure to where like you need to get married just because you're in a relationship. I understand how things can be nowadays, but do not rush it. But guess what? You do need to take responsibility for the direction that you're heading. Please be direct. Please have a plan. Dating isn't about collecting experiences. It's about becoming a man who can offer stability, integrity, and peace. Build yourself first. The right woman won't complete you. She'll recognize the work you already did. And that, my friends, is how adulthood starts.